Welcome to our episode of Happier at Lap of Love, where we get to dive into what it's like being a Lap of Love veterinarian and get to know the incredible doctors we have on our team. With me today, I have Dr. Nellie Wilbers, who's a part of our team up in Columbus, Ohio. Hello, Dr. Nellie. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Dr. Leanne. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here and chat today.
Good. I'm so glad. So, Dr. Nellie, tell me about kind of your journey within Lap of Love. How long have you been with us and kind of where you were before you came here?
Absolutely. So I have been with Lap of Love for a little over 5 years now, which is incredible. It doesn't seem like that long sometimes, but it has gone by very quickly. And before I found Lap of Love, I dabbled in other areas of veterinary medicine, all fun, all different. But one evening I was driving out to meet some family for dinner, and I had a podcast on. And it was Dr. Mary, Lap of Love's co-founder. And she was talking about in-home euthanasia with Lap of Love. And it just clicked. And I was like, this is what I am meant to do. And I went to dinner and I told all of my family about it. And I think everyone was thinking, what? You want to do what? Yeah. This is a job. People do this, and it's really something I didn't know was out there.
Right.
And I went home. I applied that night, and the rest is history. So
I love that. So It was just that one single prompt. Like you were listening. Was it a veterinary podcast? I presume.
Yeah. I don't remember which one, but I just remember hearing Dr. Mary and her excitement and bubbly energy, and I was like, yes, I need to work with her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, as far as like your experience up to that point, did you feel drawn to those end of life appointments? Were they part of your day where you previously worked?
I got a little bit of that. And
okay.
I think what I did always feel drawn to and what I have always loved is working with people, which they always tell you in the beginning, you have to love working with people too. You can't just go in it because you love working with animals, because there's almost always a human attached to that pet or to that animal you're working with. And for me, that's always been something that I have loved and cherished, are those moments and just being able to take time and answer questions, offer support.
To be the ability to breathe, right? Yeah. And be present and take time. Yes. That was something I noticed from the get-go, kind of when I transitioned to working with Lap of Love. It was just that ability to fully be where I was.
Yeah. Everything comes off. I'm sure we all experience it sometimes, just the racing thoughts. Your mind is always, what am I going to cook for dinner? What am I going to do? I need to feed my pet and this and that. And when I'm in the home with a family, it is just quiet. I am there fully with them and their loved one, just being present and sharing in that special moment with them. So it's really a gift that they give me, to trust a complete stranger to come into their home during such a delicate time and to go, guide them and help them through that experience. It's really incredible. So I feel very honored to be able to do this work.
So often I think families are just thinking, oh, how can you do this? Like, how are you able to do this every day? And I think the gratitude that we receive from those families, it's almost like when you think about volunteer work, how it almost is, of course you're doing good for others, but it almost feels a little self-serving at the end of the day because you gain so much from it. Right? And it's like, oh, this is a kind of a full circle cycle, which you don't always anticipate. And that I was just like, oh, my cup is full by being in these appointments.
Completely echo those sentiments. It fills my cup to be with the families out on the road, helping them. It's crazy that it's what I do for work. It's what I do because I love it, but I also get paid to do it, which is kind of crazy to think about because, like you said, it's just so rewarding in and of itself to be able to help provide that service for families.
It's special. What has been your most, I guess, memorable or even kind of favorite appointment that you've had while working with Lap of Love?
There are so many. I've had the honor of helping over 3,000 pets and their families. which is just incredible to think about, having formed those special bonds with so many people. And there are so many that pop into my mind with that question. And I think what I love most, and I can't pick just one, but what I love most is that for every appointment, we are somewhere, that's really special to the pet. Maybe it's just on the couch or on the bed or by a fire, or maybe we're out on a pontoon boat or in the back of a semi truck, with a woman who lived in her, semi on the road with her little pup. Maybe we're, by a lake at sunset, or we're all jumping on a bed together, like a water bed or an air mattress. And we're all just like, and laughing and just making, special memories with that family and that pet. And there are just so many that are so special. And I've learned so much from every family. And, whether they are celebrating their loved one's life by, I love when people like put lipstick on and then they kiss their loved one and take pictures, all the little kissy marks, or, we get some pictures with everyone's hands on their loved one all together. Or we're feeding them some chocolate cake or a bunch of cheeseburgers, just really making those moments special. And it's incredible to see all of the different things families have done to celebrate their loved one's life and to make those moments really special for them. And that's pretty cool to see.
Oh yeah. It's neat. I think being in the home environment, you're able to, the family has that freedom to incorporate their traditions, their beliefs, their things that they value into that appointment and how they want to say goodbye. So whether that's in a specific environment or, I don't know if you've had a lot of families sing to their pets and, or even pray or burn sage or
play the piano.
Oh.
The cat was on the owner's lap. He was playing the piano. I sedated the kitty on the owner's lap and she fell asleep on his lap while he was playing the piano, which was their favorite thing to do together. And there were tears.
I have no doubt. I just got, oh my gosh. That gave me a little bit of chills. Yeah. That's it. It's magical to see those moments, I think, between pets and their people and actually just be able to appreciate them, because I can't speak for you, but like that bond, that relationship, that's why I went to vet school in the first place. Was that your reason for becoming a veterinarian?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. When I was growing up, it's just the first thing that I wanted to do. I was 5 years old and I had my medical bag and my stethoscope and my health samples, my fake vaccines. And that's what I wanted to do since I was a kid. I always loved being with animals. And I really never thought about doing anything else. So it was never really a choice. It was just where I was meant to be. And then once I got to vet school, that's when I really started learning about all of the different things that I could do in vet med and learning about behavior and working with families in the human animal bond. And I think all of that together helped lead me to where I am today.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Okay. So since you've been with Lap of Love, 5 years, right? That's a significant chunk of, I would say, your career up to this point. And how's your life changed at all since you've been working with Lap of Love, like either before or after, or even during the duration?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a night and day difference for many reasons. I think one, to have found my calling. May sound a little bit silly to some, but it's truly where I feel like I'm meant to be. And I have families who send me emails, the day after I've helped them, and they're like, you were meant to do this work. Like, you are where you need to be. And I feel that from them and in my heart too. And so that's been really incredible to do something that's so rewarding. And I know I'm making such a difference in these families' lives and in the lives of other pets and families who I've never met, but I know are going to, benefit from hearing about, this experience, and that home euthanasia
Right.
is possible. And so that, and the thank you cards we get, and there's just so much gratitude and appreciation for what we see. Because so many times in vet med, what you do is kind of not seen or always,
Yes.
outwardly appreciated. So it's nice to really feel that support. I also really love the connection that I have, not just with my local Columbus group, but with everyone in Lap of Love. That's one of the reasons I felt really drawn to Lap of Love and this particular organization, is because we have this family feel. And so when you work with people who aren't just coworkers, and it's not, oh, that's my boss and these are the people I work with. It's like, no, these are my family members. These are the people I cry with and I laugh with and I share and I feel vulnerable, and we can ask each other questions and talk about hard things and feel loved and supported. And that is what I crave. That's what, fills my cup in life, is this deep connection and this support and love. And I found that here. So that has definitely changed.
That's incredible.
And then, the benefits too of working with Lap of Love are just, wonderful. I have a 4-day work week now, so I have a lot of time to just kind of turn things off on my days off and enjoy time with my family, do the things that I love, and really just celebrate, that time away and recharge and refuel and rest. And, while I love what I do and I get to do it full time, which is amazing, I also have other parts of Nellie,
Of course.
Nellie,
Yes.
that I get to really take care of and nurture now.
Do you feel like you have good time to kind of do those things outside of work?
I do. And I feel like I have the energy to do them too. So it's not like, okay, I get off and I have to like reset and I have to take a whole day just to find myself again. But I actually have enough time off to, and I love what I do enough that I can be on my days off and just get right into doing what I love, my gardening and hiking and kayaking and biking and yoga, all the things that fill me up. I can just go out there and do them. So it's really
That's great. Have you had any new hobbies that you've adopted since working with Lap of Love?
Mostly it's just finding the things that I've always loved but haven't had time to fully explore. And now I get to really spend a lot more time and energy with those things.
Oh, and I love hearing about that.
Yes. And, one of the really cool things that I love about working with Love is, we're seen not just as employees, but also that full person. So
yes,
the benefits that we have are so amazing, as far as, supporting our financial freedom and our emotional and spiritual practices, our physical health. I really take advantage of our Peer Fit program. Just the benefit it has for me to be able to take care of my full self, feel my best so that I can, continue to do what I love and continue to give, myself to families, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of you. And I feel like I have the time and energy and resources to really do that and make those things happen, which is really cool.
Yes. I love our PTO. I thought and still do. It's so generous. I mean, we have that time to take, and I mean, I don't know about for you, never once have I been unable to take PTO when I need it and it's available. And it's just, I just love having that flexibility of being able to request, communicate with my practice manager, and to fully disconnect. Because that's a big thing I think a lot of us struggle with in veterinary medicine, is when we're off, to truly be off. And I think it's great to know, okay, the rest of my team has got it. As far as, okay, so obviously you're an experienced doctor with us and have seen kind of the progression and change over time and have this wealth of knowledge and experience. And if you could give any words of wisdom to a doctor who is interested in this line of work or interested in exploring with Lap of Love, I guess, what would you impart to them?
Oh my gosh. If
That's a heavy question. I know.
I would say if you are at all interested in working with Lap of Love, set up an interview right away. And when I say interview, it's an interview, but it's not really. I remember when I first applied, I mean, the whole process was so smooth. I think I first talked with Trent, and it was just like a friendly conversation. I felt like I had known him for years. It was so laid back and casual. And then the third interview, I prepared so much. I had, learned everything about Dr. Danny and Dr. Mary and all of our common interests. I'm like, ooh, we like the 4 agreements, and we like nonviolent communication, and we like these things. And I had psyched myself all up. And then I get on the phone with her, and it's just like, again, it's like talking with someone I've known for years. It was so laid back and so chill. So it didn't really feel like having an interview, but.
Well, and going back to what I said earlier, I think that this type of work, the mission we have and the values, it brings in like-minded, like-hearted people, which you kind of find your veterinary home. Anyway, no, Dr. Nellie, I don't want to keep you all day. I know you have families to help and pets to help, but thank you so much for joining us this morning. I've really enjoyed chatting with you.
Me too. Thank you for having me. This has been a lot of fun.